as far back as we are, but we're prepared for it and looking forward to getting past this and getting on with getting ready to play.
Just so folks understand the ground rules, if I asked you who or what position or even what side of the ball, you wouldn't tell me, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, that having been said, generally speaking, in a few days from now, what will make a successful draft for you?
I think we get some good young men that want to come in and be part of a great place like this. You know, the veterans will determine our fate like they always do, but, you know, we'll need contributions from guys, and we think there's people in this draft that can help us out.
Ted, would you agree with this, that players are where you find them? First round, seventh round, like Donald Driver was a seventh round pick, and as long as you hit on a few, that's all that really counts. I know everybody will be jazzed up tonight about the first rounder, but it just depends on where they're at.
Right. I mean, it's strange. As much work as all the 32 teams do, you still find people that are in the seventh round or maybe even college free agents that come in and play very well, and we as scouts just miss them. But we do a lot of work on the later rounds, and certainly we're ready for this one, this first one.
The so-called experts say this is a deep draft. How does that affect what you do over the next few days?
Doesn't really. We just go about our business. We've got a system that Ron put in, you know, a long time ago, and we've all learned from it. And we just do our job, and we know what we know, and we admit what we don't know.
Ted, good luck over the next few days, and thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, Stacy, back to you. Later on in the newscast, we'll be talking with Mike McCarthy.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, Larry. We will have continuing coverage of the NFL draft later in this newscast, and also tonight live at 10. Plus, check out NBC26.com. Our Draft Central section has everything you need to know. Crime Watch now, live at 6. Police say the driver who crashed while street racing in Menasha has turned himself in. Witnesses say two cars were speeding down Water Street when the driver of a race-modified Honda lost control, knocking down a utility pole. NBC 26's Brian Miller has more.
This is the aftermath of a car race that ended with this Honda crashing through a utility pole and bringing neighbors out of their homes last night.
Yeah, that was like, wow. It definitely threw me into a panic.
Now, people who live nearby say the crash would have been much worse if this dumpster here didn't stop the vehicle after it plowed through a utility pole.
Thank goodness it hit the dumpster, so it stopped it. But I'd say they were going pretty fast, and it was a big bang.
It's not your typical wide, neighborhood street.
Officer Aaron Zemlock says street racing isn't a widespread problem.
Fortunately, we don't have the fast and furious, type mentality with most of the people. I think most drivers are pretty respectful, especially when they're driving in town here in Menasha.
The car was sold a few weeks ago and was still registered to the previous owner.
It's a big concern for us, anywhere in the city. In that area in particular, it's very close to the trestle trail.
Neighbors say while races down Water Street are rare, they happen enough to put some here on edge. In Menasha, Brian Miller, NBC 26.
Police in Neenah are searching for a man who they say stabbed someone overnight. They're looking for your help in finding 22-year-old Jeremiah Pavlowick. Investigators say a fight broke out shortly after 1 o'clock this morning on the 400 block of Sherry Street. One man was stabbed. His injuries are not life-threatening. Officers took 3 men into custody. Green Bay police and officers in Ashwaubenon are searching for this woman. She's accused of trying to use fake $100 bills several times over the past few weeks. This is what those counterfeit bills look like. If you see anyone trying to use them, you're asked to call police. Turning to weather now, it was another cool day outside, but it's the last one we're going to see for a while. Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland joins us with your first forecast.
Stacey, at least for the rest of the month. Temperatures right now range from the lower 40s across the north to the upper 40s and lower 50s just about everywhere else. But as you look down across Iowa, you can see it's warmer. Temperatures are in the mid-50s in Waterloo. Right now, it is 48 degrees in downtown Appleton. We've got a lot of sunshine, and those gusty winds are slowly dying down. As we head deeper into the evening, we will see mostly sunny skies right through sunset, which is at 7:50. By 7 o'clock, temperatures will still be in the upper 40s to lower 50s. By 9 o'clock, clear skies, lower 40s. upper 30s by 11 o'clock, so some cooler weather as we head towards midnight. But after that, it's going to start to really warm up as we move through the morning and into tomorrow afternoon. And we'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Stacy?
That sounds great. Thanks, Cameron. New at 6 tonight. DOT leaders say it is one of the worst intersections in the state. Highway 3257 and County Road X. The De Pere intersection ranks in the top 5 when it comes to accidents, and now the DOT says it's time for a change. NBC 26's Alex Hagan is live in the newsroom with more.
Stacey, the DOT says they will make changes once everybody has voiced their concerns. However, after talking with some drivers, they say changes need to be made sooner rather than later.
At all times, drivers should
obey the speed limit.
But one particular area south of De Pere,
this is the intersection of Highway 3257 and County Road X,
has grown a reputation for high-speed crashes, rated one of the worst crossings in the state, busy with heavy truck traffic.
There are potential hot spots.
a right angle type crash, people trying to make a left turn or cross 3257 from the side roads.
Drivers like Nate Hibble, who works right near the intersection, know about the dangers and even witnessed fender benders.
There are blind spots that are available and definitely can catch you by surprise.
Now, the DOT says that the biggest issue with the intersection is people not coming to a complete stop or paying attention to the speed limit. Now, their solution to the problem, doing what they've done with so many other intersections, build a roundabout.
The roundabout will reduce the speeds of vehicles approaching the intersection.
Drivers at a public meeting agree and want a plan put in place before more fatalities are reported at the intersection.
Streamline the traffic through, make it safer.
But until changes take place, DOT employees encourage drivers to play it safe.
Now, the DOT says construction will tentatively begin in fall of 2015 or spring of 2016. In the meantime, they still encourage input on the intersection. Reporting live in the Green Bay newsroom, Alex Hagan, NBC 26.